Let's get it. Let's go. Cheers, Fredo. Checking in. So today we have on the board, Sharp from No Jumper sits down with Natalie Nunn, one of the major producers for some of these shows that are on VH1 and Oxygen, like Bad Girls Club and a couple other ones. You know what I'm saying? Love and Hip Hop, I believe, and like a couple other ones. But I know for a fact that she's in charge of the Blueface and Chrisean Rock reality show that's coming up here soon. I haven't really heard a lot about her, and I doubt you have, but I don't know that for sure. So with that being said, it's easy to draw opinions with somebody that you don't know and that you've never heard them speak before. You've only heard their name and you only know their title or their position that they work at, right? But today we're going to sit down and watch the video as a game for Dayz Podcast family so we can walk away from the situation with our own opinion. Let's get it. Let's go.
Okay, so Gina and Sharp, since we're talking about this, I do have one more question for you guys. Because you were a viewer of Baddie South.
Yes.
How do you feel?
All things Zeus.
It is all things Zeus right now. How do you feel? And this was a huge part of the success.
This ain't all things Zeus.
No, it's all things.
It's all things No Jumper.
It is too.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Hold on a second. No, I just heard that.
Hey, he cut that off quick and put No Jumper on the map. I ain't gonna lie, they've been growing since Sharp has been added to the podcast. Let's get it. Let's go.
No, I'm asking you a Zeus question.
I love Zeus.
But and if you
all Zeus,
and
I'm like, whoa.
and if you didn't watch the show, Sharp, but you will be familiar with the question I'm going to ask you.
I've caught a couple of them, but you know what I'm saying? I want to go watch more now.
But here,
I met you.
But listen,
Ooh.
This is good though. This is a good question.
She is fine.
How do you guys feel about Chrisean and Blueface's relationship? Because she was a star on my show.
Not only is Natalie Nunn fine as hell, but she's a boss. So that's the perfect type of woman for a boss type vibe like me. You did.
She brought amazing numbers to the Zeus, Baddie South. I love Chrisean. I love Blueface. And I am executive producing their show, right?
Number one, I like Chrisean too because she's beautiful and her personality is entertaining. She's the perfect type for a reality show. And she's a genuine character, not a perfect character, not a problem-free character to all the lady female haters out there, but she is an entertaining character. Let's get it. Let's go.
Right now on Zeus.
Well, Blueface is my friend, so I'm looking forward to anything. I told him
Blueface, baby,
you need to take your show over to Zeus. So I know Wack and Lenny have a relationship already.
Well, I brought Chrisean to Zeus.
Right.
And the show is Chrisean and Blueface.
She took credit for that quick.
Crazy in Love, which is going to start in a couple weeks. We're wrapping up filming their show. How do you feel about their relationship? I mean, just asking, like, as a viewer, and you watch the blogs, they're on the blogs. Okay? And the only reason I brought that up was because we're talking about the signs and relationships and men and how they act and women. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
My answer is really short and sweet. I'm sure Sharp got some shit to say.
Because I got some shit to say.
But
always gonna blame me because I'm sitting here. Hey, nigga, for real. Come on.
I've told Blue from the beginning that because he, like I said, he had the Blue Girl show, and I told him you need to take that shit over to Zeus.
Hey, the Blue Girl show went crazy. I wasn't watching it, and I'm not really a big fan like that because I like classy women, but I was constantly seeing it up and down my timeline during the time that it was playing.
But I also told him that the show is you and her. Like, you guys are the show. The shit that your mama do, that's the show.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Right.
Your baby mama, that's the show. Like, you're bringing all these girls into, in your house when, nigga, you are the show.
All these stop boppers.
She's entertaining. Like, that shit is fun. And a lot of females won't admit that we all relate to Chrisean. Like, a lot.
Oh, we do.
We probably won't put it. We probably won't put it on the phone,
but we do.
Okay.
But a lot of bitches, you love your nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you probably won't go to the extent of doing what she does, but at the end of the day, like, no, bitches love their nigga.
Right.
At the end of the day, Chrisean is so sexy, not because of her looks or not because of anything like that, but because as a man with power and you have success and women and all that stuff, she is so dedicated. You can tell she's in it for the right reasons because she's already sacrificed too much. She got your face on her neck. She got your face, another tattoo over here. Got your name on her arm or something like that. You know what I'm saying? She's fully locked in. She's going crazy every day, every other week to where she's making a fool of herself so much. You think the average dude would say, oh, I'm done with her. But when you see a woman has invested that much into you to where it's like, damn, she damn near don't got nothing else. I'm going to keep her on my team because at least if hell go to fail, she's dedicated to me. You know what I'm saying? And what I got going on. Let's get it. Let's go.
Bitches want to beat other bitches
If
up.
bitches could do what she is doing, they would do it.
And we're in a time where everybody want to act fake bougie and shit. Like they too good to do that shit. Like, no, bitch, you go through shit with your nigga too. Like we all go through it. So I think that they're very much relatable, but a lot of people are not going to admit it. Now, me,
they are watching for sure.
People don't want to admit their problems.
I don't argue.
Everybody's perfect.
I shut down in the middle of argument. I shut
right?
Like that shit look crazy to me, but we all relate to that type of stuff, so I'm excited to see the show. Yeah. I know that it's going to be a fucking hit.
Oh, it's for sure going to be one of our biggest shows at Zeus. I'm excited I got to be.
I feel like it's going to be a good show.
And I think it's great that, because we've been watching this shit play out on Instagram.
Right.
Monetize that shit. We need this shit on the platform on TV.
Well,
we are. Why are y'all doing that shit on Instagram?
We are gonna. We are really gonna bring there's so much more that hasn't been aired too. That snippets.
Right.
On the blog.
Speaking of monetization, we're getting closer and closer day by day. So if you got a couple seconds out your day, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that bell so it'll keep you notified every time we drop and keep you in the loop. Let's get it. Let's go.
Blogs and things like that. But no, it's going to be a hit
because
show.
Miss Natalie Nunn going to put me on that red carpet.
You and Sharp need to come over here and do some interviews for us. Sharp, how do you feel about that relationship though? Because it is about to be a new show at Zeus. It's airing in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no, I'll send my love to Blueface. That's my partner, man. I got nothing but love for him, and I would tell him only as his partner. Like, if motherfuckers is doing what they doing, that's cool. But, like, if it was me and he asked me my opinion, I would tell him, hey, bro, get up away from that shit. You on, bro. That shit too toxic, man.
So you don't like toxic stuff?
No, man. I had a lot of it in my life coming up. So, like, I'm like, shit, I'm already overflowed with that. So I don't got no more to give in that department. So when I see it, maybe I'm wrong. He got a lot more to give. They younger. So me, I'm a little older. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my mid-30s. So I look at shit at a whole different way. A lot of my shit, I'm fed.
Hey, not everybody got time to waste, right? Time is of the essence, and people don't want to keep going through the same problems. So that's probably why you see this man constantly growing, constantly making moves, constantly moving in the right direction because he's not moving backwards. Let's get it. Let's go. Take notes, baby.
Up with. So I'm not about to turn that a fold. But like I said, hey man, stay on. Hey man, nothing but love to him. You know, I just hope it don't do nothing to either one of them that they might regret in the future. That's all I'm saying.
That part.
I just want it to stay. If it's gonna stay, all right, let it stay for this little extra shit. That's cool.
Hey, it's all cute until something happens, right? So this is very wise words because, yeah, it's all attractive. Oh, I'm passionate about my girl. I'm passionate about my dude, doing all this weird stuff. And people are thinking it's cute. TMZ's getting footage, all this different kind of stuff. But when something happens and this man loses his career or anything worse than that, then you'll play this man's words back in your head and be like, man, Sharp was speaking facts, right? A lot of people have gone through life enough to where they're not fortune tellers. They can't see the future, but they can have a pretty firm and accurate prediction of what's yet to come based on their experience. Let's get it. Let's go.
Cool. But don't let it ever exceed to where y'all both end up losing something over. Because I don't want, at the end of the day, I want to see everybody winning, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody lose nothing. Not to no stupid shit, man. Not for no cameras. I didn't grow up with that shit.
Right.
I didn't grow up with all this shit. Like a whole bunch of cameras all the time where it matters for views and ratings.
I feel like my generation loves the toxic shit.
And the cameras.
Like
I feel
y'all can't get off Snapchat, Instagram, the cloud.
You want to record everything. Come on now. Stop recording everything.
Like they made it a norm.
But Natalie, how do you feel about the relationship?
Well, I'm executive producing their show, and I've had a lot of heart-to-hearts with Chrisean. Like I said, I would love for someone to like pass the throne, pass it, and like run with it and eat it up. I mean, I've been in this shit for 13 years, but I never came into this industry on a relationship that was like bringing me all this attention. And I was just on Bad Girls Club, and then I did all these other shows after that. But
she did look familiar. I always wondered, like, where do I remember her from aside from this Natalie Nunn character, right? And now that she's saying Bad Girls Club, I do remember. I thought she was the producer just because I remember her face. But no, she was probably a character in Bad Girls Club. She learned the game, bossed up. Now she's producing her own shows and making her own shows. And that just shows you a lot of people that are at the top, they started from somewhere. And guess what it was? The bottom. Look where I'm starting from. I got 238 subscribers and I love all of them. Like I have 100,000. Why? Because I'm thankful. Why? Because it's not about the monetization. It's not about the money. I'm doing this for a purpose, right? Souls have to be one for the Most High, and I have a deeper purpose than that, right? So we just got to continue to wake up, go hard, and grow, and don't be so caught up with, oh, I'm at the bottom, I'm far away from the top. No. Think of it like I'm at the bottom, and everybody who's at the top start at the same place where I'm at. Let's get it. Let's go.
At the end of the day, like, I care about, and that's one thing that I think gets mixed up in all of this because I am the messy producer or Natalie wanted us to do that. No, I don't want to see people going to jail. I don't want to see people getting arrested. I don't
Messy
like that
producer.
weird shit.
She
So
said
it'd be
that.
getting like crazy. And I guess I could relate to what Sharp said. Like I'm a little bit older. So there was a few times on the show where I pulled the bus over because we were on a tour bus going from city to city. And I had to tell Chrisean like a few times and the fans got mad because they want her to turn up and go crazy. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like I don't want to have to like joke your ass up right now, but stop. Like it's too much. Like and so like there are times when I think I get fed up.
If y'all got down, you think you get it real quick? You get it?
Nah, look, don't
I'm
start.
just asking a question.
Come on now.
I mean, I'm gonna give you an ass whooping like your mama finna give you one. That's what's gonna happen.
You really think you and Rob?
Baby, what? I'm gonna give her a little ass whooping like she's supposed to.
I don't think Scotty confident in you.
And if I don't, you finna jump in, bitch, and get her too.
Rock's my baby.
Hey, you can tell who the boss is.
I would.
Hey, you can tell who the boss is for sure. Natalie Nunn's running ish. You know what I'm saying?
Hope y'all would never ever get into
I want to see
because I ain't getting in the middle of it.
Yeah,
what was it like for you? Cause like me watching as a viewer when she got arrested and then y'all dramatic with the fucking
music,
set it off soundtrack playing. So they set it off one of my favorite movies. So. Yeah, I'm like, y'all motherfucking dramatic, but I still sympathize. I still sympathize with her in that moment, and it was like it looked like all of you, even like because she had just had the situation with Rolly and Slim where they had falls, she jumped in and shit, and Jayla, but it seemed like everybody in that moment was like,
I mean, the U.S. Marshals were after us we had a hot pink tour bus that said baddies on it. Whoa. We went from city to city in the South. They were following us.
Damn.
And there were a few times when, I'm not going to put myself in anything by saying anything, but I was like, girl, you gotta go
I think we
that
all
way
told her
today.
That. Yeah.
And then tomorrow there and go out that door. It was a lot. And I kept saying like, you're too young for all this shit. You're just too young for this. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So there were a few moments on the show where I said, Chrisean, maybe it's time for you to just go handle that case. We could send some cameras or no cameras and security to make sure, because she didn't want to go back to jail.
Yeah.
And I get it. Who the fuck wants to go to jail?
Who does?
Was that an emotional time for y'all?
Yes, nobody wants to go back to jail, but you have to follow guidelines. You know what I'm saying? And you see, now that she followed those guidelines, her life has gotten much better because she faced it head on and got it out the way. Now you could go do shows. Now you could go hop on stages and get 100K. Now you could go throw bands in the strip club, which I'm not a fan of and I don't recommend. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of stacking them ends and running it in. You know what I'm saying? But take notes, man. If you're running from something, there's no reason to run. Knock it out. Time is not comfortable, but sometimes it's necessary to get to the next step. Everything that leads to success is uncomfortable, but it's only temporary. So let's get it. Let's go.
Whole bus was upside down.
Yeah.
And we had like a drive from where was it, New Orleans to Houston.
Yeah.
So we're on the bus, all of us, the cameras go down, everyone's looking at each other like, so she just got arrested? I mean, there was helicopters, the U.S. Marshals, everybody on the ground, guns out.
I think we were just more upset that she didn't listen.
She didn't listen
to any of us.
It's like these young people don't want to hear, I'm in my 30s. Girl, we got to just handle this real quick. Then we can figure it out. You can't just be running around. Let's figure it out. Because I'm the type of bitch who, when I say I'm a businesswoman, I handle my business. I handle everything that bills get paid on time. Handling, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, auto pay.
Bro, if you're on a major TV show dealing with a major rapper, you don't think you could get up in there and get bailed out just as quick as you went in? Get a good lawyer or anything like that? It's like, if you're on that level, you have to act like you're on that level. There's no reason to run away from things when you have so much support. All support doesn't come from family. Yeah, your family may be running thin as far as the support that you have from them. But when you're making a major company money, guess what? They need to support you. They have no choice but to support you because you're making them money. So of course they want to keep you free. Of course they want to keep you in the best position possible so we can all get money, right? So don't run from things, man.
It's like, let's handle our business. You got a case going.
I hope this isn't left field. But I want to bring it up because I noticed that you bring up Chrisean and you like, and you always try to relate it to or intertwine it with, I want to be able to leave this to somebody. I need somebody to step it up. So do you feel like it's Chrisean who you want to leave this to so you can step away and have her be the face?
I think Chrisean should be the face. I think Chrisean.
That's where I thought you've been leaning towards the whole time.
Chrisean. I think she has a lot of that.
Almighty, bring me a Capri Sun.
She's a boss.
I think she has that athletic. I think she has that.
There's something about Chrisean.
She has a lot of things in her life that I could relate to in my life. Even though everybody thinks Natalie was.
And the struggle too. Number one, she's just a likable person, Chrisean, and she's been through a lot. So that makes you likable. Like, I don't know what it is.
Whatever. Chrisean, she got the drive in her. She's hungry. She's ready to work.
Sick squabble.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just little things
from the girl, she was never really like that before she got on doing all this stuff.
She was an athlete.
She was an athlete.
No, I'm saying like her personality, nice girl. Like for real, she wasn't really like that. I think she became that. Just my opinion.
Right.
She became that. New Chrisean that we know today, over time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that some of this shit, like it don't really be for everybody, man. It's gonna, if you don't really got a ground on your life, you know what I'm saying? Like it can really send you spiraling into different directions that maybe not everybody will understand at the time.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
I think
she also had a crazy upbringing.
Yeah, I think if she had the right people, like the right foundation. And I think like that's why I be having my heart to hearts with her. And I'm going to say something that nobody knows. Every time Chrisean gets arrested, I am the first person she calls on the phone. So from jail. So it's not about who gonna bail her out. She got motherfucking money. Chrisean's a boss, respectfully, especially at this point in her life. Yeah. But I think I get those calls and stuff because I can be the one that, she goes to in the sense like Natalie is like a motherly or a big sister figure in her life. But it's very difficult to try to, it's like, I could tell her something and it goes in one ear and out the other.
Hard-headed.
So she don't listen. I guess that's the age, the generation. They're just young. I don't get it. But I think she has potential to really take this shit and run with it and be a real fucking mega superstar.
Understand in life, if you have somebody that's getting money, they're important, they're doing positive things, and they're giving you a piece of advice, guess what? That took energy and time out their day to give that to you. They're not just going to do that and the advice isn't extremely important, or they don't see a lot of potential in your life to where you can make it to the next level and continue to grow. So for you to ignore the advice and just feel like, oh, this is just another old person talking, you shouldn't do so, because you can always find nuggets of knowledge in that advice that you could use to get you through life and be extremely successful, even if it's a homeless person on the street. But you have to have that discernment that you get from the Most High to differentiate, okay, what information is good and which information do I not need to keep with me because it's negative, right? So you have to decipher. But if you're not listening and you're not eager to learn, you're just going to block all that out, including the good. Let's get it. Let's go.
And really set her life up, all her 11 siblings, all her family in Baltimore, everybody, like she could be really fucking good for a long time.
I think she gonna be straight.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000.
So there you have it, man. Sharp from No Jumper sits down with Natalie Nunn and basically chops it up about the Chrisean and Blueface situation. And you seen most of the conversation was about Chrisean, right? When she brings up the show, she says, hey, Chrisean and Blueface have a show. She says Chrisean's name first. So at this point, Chrisean is such a personality and she's so entertaining that by the time she's done with this, she'll be able to branch off and she won't need Blueface, just like every other celebrity girlfriend that branches off and they don't need their original boyfriend because they're already on. They already have the spotlight. They already have the glitz, the glamour, the money, right? So the more that she grows and the more that the show grows, you see, she already said she's a boss. She could buy whatever she wants. A lot of those chains, you may think, oh, Blueface is buying them for her. And some of them he may be, but it's probably not because she can't afford it. It's probably just because he's buying them for her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it is about this young lady, but I pray for her. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that you guys pray for her because she just has a naturally likable personality. And she's not perfect, but you can see inside she's very precious, and she has like a lot of like sentimental feelings, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people could just relate to, you know. And with all those brothers and sisters, it would really feel good for her to make it and take care of all of them. So let's get it. Let's go. Here comes the lawnmower dude. So I'm going to get out of here, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. TH for real. Checking out.